US President Donald Trump's 10% baseline tax on all imports began this Saturday.
Thousands of demonstrators take to the streets across 40 cities in Spain to protest against the country's housing crisis.
Russia continues its Black Sea cleanup operation in the Kerch Strait after last December's oil spill. US President Donald Trump's 10% baseline tax on all imports announced on Wednesday began this Saturday. Trump's tariffs have triggered an escalating trade war and caused global markets to fall. The move, called reciprocal tariffs, is a key campaign promise and aims to reduce the trade gap by increasing taxes on foreign goods. The money from these taxes goes to the US government to help pay for services. Trump wants to use this money to fund US tax cuts, which analysts say would disproportionately benefit the wealthy. The 20% tax on European products could actually lower prices in Europe due to increased supply from China and within the EU. According to the World Trade Organization, US tariffs are generally lower than those charged by other countries. Next week, high levies are set to begin.
Thousands of protesters have taken to the streets across 40 cities in Spain to demand solutions to what they call the country's housing model crisis. The mass protests mark a milestone as they are the first to be held simultaneously in many locations a decade after the mass protest against evictions. Organizers of the protest, a coalition of tenants' rights and NGO groups, accused the government of turning housing into a business model. With the slogan, "Let's end the housing business," organizers have called for compulsory rent reductions and the construction of more social housing. Rents in Spain have doubled in the last 10 years due to the country's history of real estate speculation and the lack of new and completed affordable housing. The government estimates it needs to build at least 600,000 new apartments to get a handle on what it calls a social emergency.
Italy's five-star party called for a rally to protest against the EU's defence spending plans on Saturday. Leader Giuseppe Conte said that in a time of economic difficulty for many families, the idea of spending huge amounts of money on armament is unacceptable. Conte called the rally to oppose the rearmament plan promoted by the Italian government. The Green Left Alliance and a delegation from the Democratic Party also joined the demonstration. Russia continues its Black Sea cleanup operation in the Kerch Strait after last December's oil spill from two storm-stricken Russian tankers, according to footage released by Russian authorities. The fuel oil spill of at least 3,700 tons happened in mid-December in the strait, which separates Russia and Ukraine's Russian-occupied Crimea. Two Russian oil tankers were caught in a storm. One broke in half and sank, while the other ran aground and also leaked oil. Russia's Ministry of Emergency Situations reported that more than 418 kilometers of shoreline have been cleared. Over 154,000 tons of polluted sand and oil have been collected, and an estimated 913 million euros has been spent on the cleanup.
Thomas Müller will end his incredible journey with Bayern Munich this summer after 25 years at his boyhood club, but says he wasn't ready to leave. The 35-year-old midfielder, whose contract is set to expire after the season, made the announcement on Saturday in a joint statement with Bayern. On Instagram, Müller wrote that he respected Bayern's decision not to offer him a new contract for next season. The team said the German's final game with Bayern will be at the FIFA Club World Cup in the United States in June and July.